Hey guys, it's Hunter at DNR Sports. Fishing season is officially upon us, and what better way to start the spring out with a good video of everything you'll need to kick your season off right. So first up on the list, we've got about 10 or so different kind of baits that I wanted to show you guys that I will never leave home without when I'm going fishing. First up is the jerkbait because it's probably my favorite thing to throw, especially in early spring and once we get closer to fall. But if it's windy, you can throw a jerkbait pretty much all summer long. One of my big favorites is the KVD J300. This color is IU. I really love this color. It works pretty much all around here. Next up, we have the new KVD Elites are in. These are available on our website or in store. These are really great. They're new paint jobs from the J300s, and they have upgraded treble hooks to the KVD triple grips. That's super nice. Those EWG hooks on this jerkbait really help you keep those fish on better and get better hookups with those. And with all the new paint colors, check those out. They've got some really awesome colors like this bluegill color. There's a good perch color. They redid their IU color a little too, so they've got some really good holographic colors for those. Next up, I've got the Mega Bass Vision 110. These ones are a little on the pricier side, but I love them. They have great action, great colors, and they come with the Mega Bass treble hooks that have the out barb. So instead of that barb being on the inside, they're on the outside. You do have to be a little cautious when fishing these guys. Loosen your drag up when you hook the fish. That'll help you from bending these hooks out. These are prone to being bent out a little easier just because they're a thinner wire. These are great suspending jerk baits. They have matte colors or they have just their standard colors that are a little shinier. These are two of my favorite colors around here this time of year. You can't go wrong with the Vision 110. Next up on the list, another springtime favorite of mine is the Chatterbait or bladed jig. From Strike King's Thunder Cricket to Z-Man's Project Z to Z-Man's Jackhammer. There's a good wide range of price points here for you to check out. Right around $9 for these, $12.99 for the Thunder Crickets, or $14.99 for the Jackhammers. Now they each have their own unique aspects about them that make them a little better. What's so nice about the Jackhammer is the decoy egg snap that they have on there for your line tie. That helps that blade start up really fast compared to other ones. Now the Thunder Cricket has a little different blade on there. It's a different shape than the Jackhammer. They're not really comparable. Everybody says this one's better than this one or this one's better than that one, but they're kind of used for different aspects. I think that this one comes through the grass a little bit better, but this one's got a wider, heavier thump on the blade. So they're both used for a little different techniques, areas you're throwing. This one's a little more subtle of a blade flap. So that's something to keep in mind. We've got tons of colors in each of these, and we also have tons of colors in the Project Z Chatterbait. This is one of my favorite colors, the green pumpkin shad. It gives that nice shad color with a little bit of that green pumpkin, so you can get those bites in there as well. Check those out. We've got those all online or in store as well. Next up on our list, we have the mighty Senko. Whether you Texas rig these or wacky rig these things absolutely smash bass. We have the tools here to help you wacky rig, because sometimes getting those O-rings on can be a pain. All you do is stick your worm in here, slide the O-ring on, and I like to use a Mustad octopus beak hook for those, for wacky rigging. It's a good hook. Don't lose too many fish on those guys. They're nice sticky hooks. And for Texas rigging them, I just use a 2-aught EWG. Any of your brands you prefer. I like the Gamakatsu ones, the Superline EWGs. Those ones are really good. They're nice strong hooks. They're stout. And for colors, color 305, Baby Bass, or color 297, Green Pumpkin with Black Flake. These two colors have never let me down when I've needed those last few bites for a limit, or if you're just fun fishing, you're just skipping docks around during the summer, fishing slow, pick up one of these guys. These are almost guaranteed bites for you in the summertime. If you're having trouble getting those bites in the summertime or that really early spring, or that late fall and the water's cold, those fish are slowing down, you're not really sure what to do, I usually pick up a Ned Rig. It's a super slow, finessey bait. Gets those bigger fish to bite when the bite's slow. The Z-Man Ned Locks HD, I like those. I usually use like a 1/10 size, or their next size down is really good too. Those are super simple. I like using the Z-Man Finesse TRDs the most, just because Z-Man's Elastec is pretty next level. You could pretty much fish this one bait all day if you wanted to. So those are really awesome. These guys retail for about $4 for these, and I believe it's $6 about for these. So really good options there. I never leave the house without a Ned Rig tied on. California Craw and Perfect Perch are some of my favorite colors. Copper Truce is a really good one too. If you don't want to use the Z-Man, we have tons of other options, from Strike King to many other baits we've got here. Some of my favorite Strike King ones are, they've got like the Ned Craws or the Baby Rage Bugs. Those work really good for Neds too. So if you find yourself in the summer, or just it's hot out, those fish are slow again, but you find them under the pads and stuff like that and under the thick grass, a good way to go is flipping a jig or punching with like a punch rig, Texas rigs. Some of my favorites to do are the Strike King Rage Craw, the Z-Man Palmetto Bugs, or the Strike King Rage Bugs. Anywhere from Green Pumpkin to June Bug to the Blue Craw from Strike King. Those are all really good colors. I like to use, when I'm flipping, I like to use the Owner Jungle Hooks. I found that these are some of the best flipping hooks that we have. We also carry Trocar's flipping hooks as well. Those are really good ones, super sharp and pointy. And I use tungsten flipping, the Eco Pro flipping weights. Anywhere from 1/2 ounce to 3/4 to an ounce is usually what you're going to need to get through that heavy, thick grass or lily pads or what have you. All right. Now, my personal favorite year-round bait is a swim bait. If you want to throw it on a spinning rod, we have these D's swim bait heads. It's a little lighter hook, so you don't have to worry about those hook sets on your spinning rod. Or if you like to throw your swim baits on casting gear like I do, I found that the Tactical Bassin swim bait heads from Dirty Jigs are by far my favorite swim jig. They've got a good wobble to them, and I don't get snagged up a ton just because that tighter hook doesn't get stuck in the wood as easy, or trees or grass or what have you. I found that these two are some of the best for spinning rods or casting rods. And I found these are some of the best swim baits to use. Kitex are softer. They've got a little better action. The Rage Swimmers are a little harder plastic, and they'll last you a little bit longer. You'll get more fish out of these, a little bit better action out of these. They both work great. They both catch fish. And these are some of my favorite colors. White over a pearl, or a green pumpkin over a pearl, or like an IU color. I found that those, I have the best luck on those colors there for swim baits. Something that's been really hot this year is flat-sided crankbaits. Whether it's the Ott's Garage series from Rapala or the new Strike King Chick Magnet. We've got both of these in-store and online, and I've got to use these all the way from Florida to Tennessee and even up here in Michigan, and I found they do really great things. The flat-sided cranks have a really tight action as they're running and bumping rocks and stuff along the bottom. I found the best colors are craw colors, like the red crawdad from Rapala or the fire craw from Strike King. These are both really good. They're similar actions. I believe the Chick Magnet's got a little bit of a tighter action. This guy runs 4 to 6 feet. The OG Slim 6 runs to about 6 foot. Or Rapala has the OG series in a tiny 4, which is really good too. For a little shallower, it's a little smaller. You can get those bites if the fish are a little more finicky. But when fish hit these, they absolutely smash them. These would be really good for river systems where there's lots of rocks around, or if you have tons of hard bottom. Run these along weed edges as well. These will get you really good bites when those fish are summertime. They're hanging out on the bottom, stuff like that. So check these out online. So next up, we've got my second all-time favorite bait, the Dropshot. You know what these are? These are gold right now. The Berkeley flatworms are really incredible Dropshot baits. Their max scent just gets those fish fired up for whatever reason it is. These things just flat out work. Some of my favorite colors are the Green Pumpkin Party, and this new color that just came out is Gobiashi. We're still waiting on these in the 3.6 inch size, but we do have them in the 4.25 size. I think this bigger size is going to be really good for largemouth around here, but that smaller 3.6 size is really awesome for big smallmouth fishing deep in the summertime. Another really good one is the Strike King Baby Z2. That features Z-Man's Elastec technology in them. These are really great drop shot baits. It's a nice little subtle action from them. They don't move around a whole lot. I really like these because they float, so they can suspend above your drop shot weight. I'm usually throwing typically no less than a 3/8 ounce all the time. That's pretty much my standard. If it's really windy and wavy on St. Clair in the summertime like it can be, I'll bump up to a 1/2 ounce so you can still feel the bottom and feel those bites really good. My go-to hook is the Owner Mosquito hook for drop shots. Knock on wood, I've never lost a fish on these hooks yet, and they are just all around awesome. What's nice is about these hooks, I like to nose hook these. So up through here and up through the top, that'll catch that hook right in the top of that smallmouth or largemouth, the roof of their mouth just about every time. And I'll do the same thing. I'll just do a little nose hook on these guys and just slow drag it across the bottom wherever you're at, whether it be here or Muskegon or St. Clair or over on the St. Lawrence River, wherever. You cannot go wrong with the power bait flatworm from Berkeley, and you also can't go wrong from the Z2 from Strike King. Summer's almost here, and that means it's almost topwater season. Never leave home without a frog, and never have a frog unless it's black or white. Those are the only 2 color frogs I ever use because those fish are only ever going to see the bottom of that frog anyways. I like black and I like white. Those are pretty much the only 2 colors I throw. You've got the KVD Sexy Frog from Strike King or just your standard Spro frog that everybody knows. These are both really great. What I like to do is I'll trim the tails on those and also make sure that you have one of those sides a little shorter than the other. That gives that frog a good walking action. So I really like to throw this around lily pads where you see scum. Another really good thing to do is skip these things under docks when it's like July, August, when it's like the dog days of summer. Skip these things under docks and just work it back out, and you'll get good results doing that. Now, if you're in a little deeper water, say 6 to 10 feet, I really love throwing walking baits. Like the KVD Sexy Dog's a really good one, or you could throw like a Pop R or like a Pop Max from Mega Bass. Those are all really good. Walking baits are really fun, and you're gonna have tons of fun catching fish on these. Now, if you like fishing the rivers, you got the Whopper Plopper. For whatever reason, river smallmouth love Whopper Ploppers. I typically throw around a size 90. If you want a little bit bigger bite, you can jump up to the 110 is their next size. Those work really good, but for whatever reason, that Whopper Plopper is awesome on river systems like the Kalamazoo or the Muskegon, or I've even caught them on the St. Joe with this. Same kind of deal. If you can get like a white bottom or a black bottom, that works really good. But this is really nice because those river systems can be a little dirtier water. And that chop, 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 chop noise this makes across the top just lures them in and they go crazy for it. So check those out too. Finally, we've got a spinnerbait. Springtime, when it's windy, you can get these guys out, throw like a Kitech trailer on there, or like a Yamamoto Seiko would work good, or a Z-Man Razor Shad. These are really good. Bluegill colors I really like, or white. You can't go wrong with either of those colors. I think the best places to throw these are like along weed edges when it's really windy. For whatever reason, those blades thumping through the water, that just attracts those fish a lot better when it's windy. We've got Nichols pulsators. We've got the new Strike King Tour Grade Finesse, and we have a whole lineup of just tons of incredible spinnerbaits out there, from Dobbins all the way to Strike King. We've got Mega Bass. So if you're looking for spinnerbaits, stop in store or check our selection online for those. We've got tons of options for you. So there you have it. That's pretty much everything that I would never leave the house without if I'm going fishing, from swim baits to jerk baits all the way to finesse stuff like Ned Rigs. I think you'll find our selection here, whether it be online or in store. I know I sound like a broken record, but the online portion of our store, you have unlimited options on what you can choose. There's tons of brands from Strike King to Berkeley to Mega Bass to Nichols. We have all sorts of stuff. So check that out online and get your guys' stuff for this season or next season or your next tournament. For your upcoming season. Hit the subscribe button. We got more videos planned for you guys soon. If you hit the little bell, you'll get notified when we have a video pop up. And like and share. And we really appreciate all the support from you guys. And tune in next time.